I told you and everyone else a month ago
He's
that
this
Patrick
before he even played a game.
Patrick Mahomes is off to a Jordan-esque start. And you tried to change it. Oh, you're saying he's Michael Jordan. No, I never said he was Michael Jordan. I never said he was the GOAT. I said his career is off to a similar start to Michael Jordan's. Now, I also said he had the potential to be the GOAT. The potential. You tried to mock. You tried to say I said he's the GOAT already. No, I ain't say any of that. I'm just saying in every sport, there occasionally comes along a player let me finish. So talented, so great that he's got the GOAT potential.
You know, man, I really got no more words to say but the fact that, Pat Mahomes is great, bro. Luke came back from a 10-point deficit, ended up winning in overtime with the game-winning touchdown to make Cole Harvin to win his first Super Bowl in 7 years. And he went back-to-back too. That's crazy. He also became the third QB in history to actually have 3 Super Bowls and also have 3 Super Bowl MVPs, which also being Joe Montana and Tom Brady did that too. So, this goes without saying, but the Chiefs are officially a dynasty now because they won 3 titles in the last 5 years. They went back-to-back too, have a chance to actually three-peat. And it's crazy because the last 2 years that he actually won the Super Bowl, those were the years where most of us thought hey man, this actually might be a struggle for him because at one point in time, Dula was actually getting talked to the fact that he's only good because he had all the weapons like Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. They traded Tyreek Hill for a haul and he won 2 Super Bowls without Tyreek Hill, even though Tyreek Hill is still one of the best wide receivers in the league. And then credit to the Chiefs front office too, because they used that Tyreek Hill trade to actually build up on that defense, to which this year they had probably the best defense, actually undoubtedly the best defense that Pat Mahomes had in his career. Because that defense is so good, bro. They did a great job building that up the past few years. Because I'll definitely say this though, one for them building up the defense for real, they did not have a chance to win the Super Bowl at all. But Pat Mahomes actually still good. He had a pretty good game, but it's really time to have a conversation about where he positions in the GOAT conversation, because we all basically self-claiming as having a Michael Jordan type of start and stuff like that. But now the first 7 years of his career gone by, now I actually want to think about where I want to put him in the GOAT conversation, because he definitely moved up ever since the last year he actually won the Super Bowl, which that was still impressive too, as he basically had a bad ankle that year. Now, I've seen a lot of discourse on Twitter saying he's at least the second best QB of all time, and then I even seen people already claiming as the GOAT and stuff like that. Which, hey, that's your opinions, bro. I respect your opinions. That's what y'all think. Hey, well, I had it, man. I ain't gonna disagree with y'all on that. But I have my own opinion on Pat Mahomes though, where I rank him. But before I do that though, I at least want to show you how good that Pat Mahomes been the past 7 years, to where why he even had the chance to beat the GOAT of the NFL. So Pat Mahomes, man, look at these stats, bro. I didn't even read them off, but these type of stats like this, bro, it's so crazy in so many ways. And then also he's been in the AFC Championship game every year since he's been the starter. You know how insane that is? For every year you're the starter, you at least been in one game away from being in the Super Bowl. That is insane, bro. Then to top it all off though, this is actually his first year. The first year he's been on the road to actually try to win the Super Bowl, and he succeeded in that, man. Prove that he can handle being on the road and still win the Super Bowl. Having probably his worst receiving core that he ever had. So with that being said, after this Super Bowl, he earned the title. Insert name is the inevitable title, because you tell me that he had 2 year weakest wide receiver cores there, and he still went back to back. That's just legendary stuff. And I'm not saying he did all by himself, but he still was a major part of why they won both those titles. But with that being said though, man, where I'm gonna rank Pat Mahomes in the GOAT conversation, I'm gonna have to rank him 3rd of all time, behind Joe Montana and Tom Brady. And let me explain why. Now with Tom Brady, like his accolades speaks for itself. Like we know how great he is, but if we want to refresh it though, like dude has 7 rings, the most in NFL history. Like he has more rings than all the NFL franchises. Because the second most is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So like with 6. So like there's that. And he also has the longevity argument too. The dude played for like 23 years in the league, played till he's 45. So that's insane longevity right there, especially in the NFL. Obviously, he didn't have the start that Pat Mahomes had, but like, dude, his team was the last team that actually went back to back until Pat Mahomes did. So like, there's that, and plus he had 2 dynasties in 2 decades. So like, you can't really like argue with that at the moment. And now for Joe Montana, why he's second, in my opinion, it's the fact that like, dude, like I know like not a lot of people know a lot about Joe Montana, but like back in the day, like dude was actually that good of a QB, especially in the clutch whenever he needed him the most. Now obviously he had Jerry Rice as his wide receiver in his career, but like dude was really good in his own right because dude was actually undefeated in the Super Bowl, going 4-0 in the Super Bowl. He also never threw an interception in the Super Bowl too. With one of his Super Bowl wins going against Dan Marino, when Dan Marino had that 5,000 yard passing yards on the year, which was the first in NFL history. So like that was impressive victory as it is. Then also like Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes did, Joe Montana won back-to-back Super Bowls back in '88 and 1989 in Super Bowls. So like dudes was actually that good back then. And then shoot, like not a lot of people know this too, but like back then, like whenever they actually did on play Joe Montana with Steve Young, who's an all-time great QB in his own right, like dude actually went to the Kansas City Chiefs, ironically enough, and actually led the Kansas City Chiefs to their very first AFC Championship game in the franchise history. So like, dude was actually that good at being clutch and stuff like that for them. So like that, he was that special. But that's my arguments for why Pat Mahomes number 3 in the GOAT conversation, because I'm not saying he can't be the GOAT, because it's definitely possible for him, but like right now where it stands, like the team's obviously a dynasty, and he just went back to back, but like I gotta be like objective for this situation though, because like in my opinion, bro, like if like Pat Mahomes somehow repeats, bro, like he definitely passes Joe Montana in my book, because like nobody in NFL history ever repeated, and like that just like is just impossibly great how that goes. And honestly, like the way they're going, bro, like especially given the fact that like, they still don't have a number 1 receiver, like I'm pretty sure they're gonna take a receiver in the draft. And I mean they have Rasheed Rice, who's really good, especially in his rookie year, but Pat Mahomes will do whatever he can, bro, to win, man. Like dude's that good. Dude's the guy I would not bet against at this point now. But as for like passing Tom Brady though, like in my opinion, like he definitely gotta try to get 6, man. He definitely gotta get 6, because like he already had the stats already to like he's already gonna pass Tom Brady like whenever it's close to his time actually being up, stuff like that. He just needs the rings at this point, and possibly like maybe 2 more MVPs to like for real like have a chance to actually pass him, because he's on the trajectory right now to where like he's actually gonna do it. I believe he's the guy. And this is not me like deriding or glazing him, stuff like that. It's just me like enjoying greatness while it lasts, because like we might not ever see a QB like this ever again. So where do y'all rank Pat Mahomes in the GOAT conversation, man?